Round one kicked off with disappointment for George Spartalis and Scotty Gibbs. Both of their new cars suffering terminal mechanical problems in qualifying, which meant they were unable to make the start line for the top 32. That meant bye runs for the top 4 qualifiers: Nathan Weissel, Adam Truella, Bo Yates and Lyndon Reynolds. Hyperdrive's Michael Sullivan made a welcome return to the Toyo Drift Australia Series. Sullivan came up against fellow West Aussie James Eames. A couple of off-track excursions by Eames took him out of contention and gave Sullivan a clear run into the top 16. The next battle saw a matchup between two of last year's top Super Drift Series competitors, Cameron Gale from Queensland and Chris Easton from New South Wales in the Just Jap R31 Skyline. Engine problems for Gale's car made it a formality for Easto, who was through to the next round. New sponsors and new tyre deals this year for two more of the top DA drivers. Queensland's lean, mean Eugene Aronson driving for the new Sabre team on Nankangs, and South Australia's Danny Denzo Vahumas in the Japanese motorsport entry on Toyos. The judges scored the first run fairly even, but a spin by Aronson in the second run handed victory to Vahumas. Another new sponsorship deal this year for South Australia's Corporal Christian Pickering, who moves over to Bill Bromley's commercial truck sales team. Pickering came up against fellow South Aussie James Rosser in the Type X motorsport entry. But the Corporal was clearly a man on a mission, marching his way into the next round with ease as Rosser spun out of contention. After finishing 4th in the 2006 Super Drift Series, Adam May landed a drive in the Toyo Drift Australia Series this year with Team Wheelworks. It was a baptism of fire for the talented South Aussie though, who was up against Robbie Bolger in the big black Monaro. May stunned Bolger with a 6-4 win in the first run, but struck mechanical problems in the second, and it was the big bad Irishman who moved through to the top 16. Christian Nicostin then rolled into stage for his debut drift battle. He looked good in practice, but he struggled in the underpowered RS Liberty Subaru against Fernando Whirl in the awesome new Auto Salon Industries Adrenaline Racing Team S15. Nicostin was outclassed, but we can expect to see him holding his own when he steps up to the new car. The next battle saw the much-anticipated return to the series by Queensland's Josh Young in the Team Sabre and Nankang-sponsored Toyota Sprinter. After spending a year in Japan, Josh was confident of a strong result, but was shocked by the speed and angle of Victoria's Luke Fink in the Holford Motors S14. Fink dominated the battle, bundling the second Team Sabre entrant out of the comp early. The next battle saw local star Lance Biffin in the Imports 101 S14 take on Chris De Jager from Victoria. Having won the WA Drift Series in 2006, Biffin had picked up some additional sponsorship from Nexon Tyres and NK Wheels for the season and was looking forward to strong results on his home track. It was a close-fought battle, but in the end, a mistake by Biffin at the final corner handed the win to De Jager. Team Pier's newest member, Leighton Fine, then went up against Victoria's Kuda Ulhuli in the Holden V8-powered S13. Kudar's big V8 was the crowd favourite, but he struggled with the car's setup, and Leighton took an easy win to progress through to the next round. New sponsorship too this season for the Drift Cat, Catherine Calero. A new body kit, paint job and a powerful new RB26 Skyline engine wasn't enough to stop fellow Victorian Michael Truscott and the Phillips-sponsored S13, who took the win in a close-fought battle. Queensland's Mad Mick Tyler rolled out his beautifully prepared Safiro in his return to top-level competition. But a spin on Sea-Red Corner in his second run with Tom Monkhouse meant an early end to his weekend. The final battle in the round of 32 was a contest between two great champions, Darren Afro Appleton, the 05 Drift Australia champion, and 2004 D1 New Zealand champion, Justin Roode. Having never even driven the new car before the event, Roode did a sensational job at his first run to take a 6-4 advantage, but Appleton hit back in the second with a 7-3 to claim the win and book the final spot in the top 16.